All right, let's dive into something you've probably walked past 1,000 times and never, ever thought about: the cardboard display stand. You know the one. It turns out there is a ton of science and strategy packed into these things and is actually pretty fascinating. I mean, seriously, have you ever gone into a supermarket and bam, there's a huge, fully stocked display that just wasn't there yesterday? It almost feels like magic, right? Well, it's not magic, but it is the result of a really clever and super efficient process. Okay, so first, let's talk about why these things even exist. Picture a busy store aisle. It's a battlefield. And these displays, they're like the special forces in the war for your attention. They're designed to cut through all that noise and make a product basically impossible for you to miss. And you see them absolutely everywhere, don't you? From the grocery store and the pharmacy to petrol stations, hardware stores, you name it. They're strategically plopped right at the end of aisles or near the checkout, anywhere a product needs to just jump out and grab you. So how do these attention grabbers actually get made? You might think it's just folding some cardboard, but nope. There's a whole journey that takes a simple idea and turns it into that physical thing you see on the shop floor. The whole thing really boils down to three key stages. First up, it all starts with the concept and design, getting the client's vision down on paper. Then, and this part is crucial, it moves to making a physical prototype and super detailed CAD drawings. This is to make sure every single fold and tab is perfect. Only when that's approved does it finally go to production. And here's something that's a real game changer. There's no minimum order. Think about what that means. A small local business can get a totally custom display made just as easily as some huge national brand. It completely levels the playing field. And because that whole process is so flexible, you can end up with a massive variety of solutions. It is definitely not a one-size-fits-all kind of deal. It's all about creating the perfect home for a specific product to make it look its best. So brands kind of have two paths they can take. They can go with standing templates, which are pre-designed, super fast and efficient, and great for common stuff. Or they can go fully custom, a completely bespoke solution that's tailor-made to fit their product and their brand's vibe perfectly. Now, out on the main shop floor, that's where you see the heavy hitters. You've got your standard floor displays, those giant pallet displays that are literally built on a shipping pallet for like bulk soft drinks. And then you have dump bins, which are perfect for just grabbing something quick. You even see cardboard ballot boxes for running contests in the store. Then you've got the smaller guys, the ones designed for those impulse buys. These are the counter displays you see right at the checkout, holding things like chewing gum or gift cards, just tempting you while you're standing there waiting to pay. Okay, this is where things get really, really cool. We're moving beyond just the shape and the printing and into some seriously clever engineering. This isn't just folded paper. This is design with a very specific purpose. Check this out, the Snap Lock display. It's this brilliant design that's engineered so any store employee with zero tools and no special training can pop it together in just a few moments. This solves a massive logistical headache for retailers. And the key here is speed. Just think, if you're a brand running a national promotion in hundreds of stores, the fact that your displays can be assembled in seconds, well, that's a total game changer. It saves a crazy amount of time and money. But the innovation doesn't stop there. The AutoLift display stand solves that classic retail problem. What happens when a display gets half empty? It starts to look messy, kind of unappealing. Well, this stand has a spring-loaded base that is constantly pushing the products up to the top, so it always looks full, fresh, and ready to go. If you look closer, you can see the engineering that goes into it. This isn't just cardboard anymore. It's got a full spring-loaded mechanism inside a durable metal frame. Plus, the branding panels can be swapped out for different promotions, and it has a header card. It's a pretty premium system, really great for things like drink promotions. So all this clever design and engineering, it sounds great on paper, right? But does it actually work? Let's take a look at what happens when these things get out into the real world and into the hands of actual businesses. So let's just ask that question straight up. Beyond just looking good, what's the tangible, real-world impact for the companies that actually use these displays? Well, for a company like Vital Medical Supplies, the key word is precision. Their products demand attention to detail, so their displays have to reflect that quality. For them, getting a precise and accurate format every single time is what it's all about. Now, for Munro Footwear Group, it all comes down to the bottom line. The displays showed up on time, on budget, and did exactly what they were supposed to. But here's the kicker. They provided considerable savings to the business. That is a real measurable impact. And finally, for cross-business furniture, it really boils down to professionalism. The quality of the printing, the presentation, it all comes together to create a professional image for their brand, right there on the shop floor. So the next time you're in a store, maybe you'll see these displays a little differently, not just as pieces of cardboard, but as the final result of a precise design process, some really clever engineering, and a powerful business strategy, all of it fighting for just a moment of your attention. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other everyday object are you going to see differently now?